opportunity to support the petition by the Senator of Taita Taveta. Honorable Speaker, teachers remain the most discriminated lot of professionals in this country. If it is not over the hardship allowance we are talking about, it is about their transfers. And Honorable Speaker, it is important to note that even when there is a legal notice that spells out that the whole county should be given hardship allowance, then the Teacher Service Commission decides which sub-counties to give the allowance and which other sub-counties should be denied the allowance. Honorable Speaker, it is also important that we remind ourselves of some of the basic work that teachers do in schools. That other than teaching, teachers are nurses, teachers are lawyers, teachers are judges, teachers nurse students and pupils, teachers are caregivers, and teachers are everything to pupils and students as they grow up. Honorable Speaker, it is because of teachers that we are seated here today. Bear with me, Honorable Speaker, that I want to say teachers, actually all teachers deserve hardship allowance. And irrespective of their geographical situations, which is often looked at, Honorable Speaker, look at even the teachers who taught, for example, Senator Boni Alwali, Senator Gloria Ruoba, Senator Sifuna, if at all they went to school. Such teachers actually deserve hardship allowance, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I wind up, Honorable Speaker, I also want to comment on the first petition on the election of deputy governors and deputy president. That, Honorable Speaker, in leadership there must be centers of power, there must be a hierarchy, there must be order in leadership. Take the present situation, Honorable Speaker, that His Excellency the President is in New York and governors are in New York for official duties. Such offices must be maintained by their deputies. Senator, thank you.
Okay, what is your point of order, Senator Matian? Okay, now you know you are pressing the wrong button for intervention. Let us have the last leader in this house, Senator Sifuna. Have you made any request? Okay, okay. The last one from Senator Tobiko Pelis, the last member to contribute on this order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I was almost going to ask that also some affirmative action like a hardship allowance is given to senators from those hardship areas and who are not getting an opportunity to speak in this House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support and to contribute to both the petitions, Mr. Speaker. The petitions about the functionality and work and about for the deputy governors and those other offices. Mr. Speaker, it's a constitutional moment in this country. In fact, Mr. Speaker, JLAC and the other committees should take note that we have already gone beyond the allowance in terms of the Constitution for the review of electoral boundaries in this country, Mr. Speaker. And so it is high time that we get engaged in that debate. For the issue of teachers, Mr. Speaker, I do agree with Senator Mwaruma, who is a neighboring county to Kajiado, that we suffer the same, hardships that our teachers go through a lot, Mr. Speaker. We have schools in places like my former constituency, Kajiado East in Poka Kenyewa, around Kiboko, where actually even students cannot go to school because of, the elephants, the wildlife, and all that. Mr. Speaker, Yet you find that Kajiado has been categorized as one of the, I think most comfortable and, counties. So they are not put in the hardship allowance for teachers just because of places like Kitengela, Rongai, and Ngong that are neighboring Nairobi and hosting majority of the members here and those others who are working in the civil service. But there are places in Kajiado County, like Shompole, like Magadi, that are really, really hardship areas, and any teacher who is in those areas, Mr. Speaker, deserves hardship allowance, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, just like my sister Beatrice has said, that teachers do a lot of work. Teachers go beyond the call of duty. Teachers do counseling. Teachers even speak to parents and even do counsel parents, Mr. Speaker, because children come to school with all sorts of problems. Mr. Speaker, teachers should be paid allowances. I think all of them should be paid allowances, a responsibility allowance, because their work goes beyond the classroom. It goes into the communities. Mr. Speaker, teachers have become role models. Some of us came from communities that never knew the importance of educating girls. We were supported by teachers throughout to be able to make it to the level that we are today, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, I arise to support that all teachers should be given not just hardship but also responsibility allowance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, honorable senators. That we come to the end of